Hey y'all, my name is Paul and let's have a long time coming conversation. Sorry, it's been a while. I know it's been a while and I feel bad. I'm losing subscribers. I understand. But what can I say? I'm a gamer first and foremost, and I have been introduced to a game called Elite Dangerous, and it checks all the boxes what I look for in a game. Action when I want it, strategy when I want it, depth. It's got politics, economics, pirates. Good stuff. Anyway, but I broke away from that to talk to you guys about something that is monumental and insignificant at the same time. Nobody's talking. Well, to my knowledge, I haven't watched a bunch of videos for a while, as I have said. Elite Dangerous. It's consuming me. But the videos that were released from aircraft, American aircraft, intercepting craft, that didn't get a whole bunch of airtime. And I think that's significant. The reason being is because the government is slowly disclosing. They can't do it all at once, because that'll send 7 billion people into panic, chaos. Governments would lose control, structure would be broken, madness abounds. It's a scary thought. But little drops like that. They didn't say they were chasing weather balloons. They weren't chasing weather phenomenon. They're slowly leaking it out, people, so that we can absorb it, so that when the big reveal comes, whether it's forced on them or they do it voluntarily, who knows? Nobody knows. It won't have such an impact because slowly the information is coming out. And they're not making a big deal of it because, let's say the American government did make a big deal of it. They put it on every news channel, all the newspapers covered it. How would that be different than them coming out and saying, UFOs are real, we're not alone in the universe, drive safe? No, that would cause exactly what it is they're trying to avoid. So what I suspect they're doing is little drops of information, and then it gets spread by word of mouth so that the growth of knowledge isn't going to be greater than they can manage. That way it doesn't cause widespread panic. It gives religious leaders time to figure out a way to incorporate others into their mythos so that they don't lose their fan base and therefore their income. But make no mistake, they're non-profit, but they're for profit. I've never seen a preacher or any head of any church that didn't have a better car than their parishioners. Just saying. Whether you're for it or against it, you can't deny the fact that religion adds a certain amount of structure and moral code to societies, which is why I think they still exist. But it gives them time to incorporate the others into their mythos so that they can also help prevent the chaos. There will be some order in the madness. Nowhere in the Bible does it say God created only humans. I mean, I could be wrong, but I suspect Bible to be essentially the user manual for humans. It's not to say that God didn't create a user manual for other species, although I'm sure they would disagree. Personally, I disagree. I'm just throwing that out there. But the release of these tapes are huge. It's literally, okay, it's not the first step, but it's a step closer to disclosure, full disclosure. I can't say that term because I believe in my heart of hearts, full disclosure will never happen. It can't. It will open them up too much. We will know the darknesses. We would know the depths in which they sank to keep it a secret, silencing witnesses, that sort of thing. They'll never admit to that because then they would lose control. Fear is a way to control, but it's not very effective because at some point in time, the people you're trying to control through fear will rise up against, because at some point in time, humans won't live in fear. I'm one of those people that if I'm walking on thin ice, I might as well dance. And I know I'm not alone in that. I have teachers and parents you can ask. I mean, I'm one of those people that if I think something bad's going to happen to me, like if I'm going to get in trouble for something, I'm going to make it worth it. Right? So I imagine I'm not alone in that. So fear is not a great tactic. And I think they will find out the hard way. But anyway, what do you guys think about the release of these videos? I mean, do you think it's a good idea, bad idea? I mean, come on, nobody wants 7 billion people freaking out at the same time. That could hurt humanity the most. And India might disclose to its people the truth, because the Indian government has always been incredibly honest with their people. And they're at a crossroads. Do they keep it a secret, knowing that it has global implications? Or where do their loyalties lie? Do they share with their people like they've always tried to do? Transparency, open, and honesty for their people? Or do they understand the global ramifications of them doing so and keep it secret, even though that goes against their moral code when it comes to their people? That's a tough one. I can't wait to see what India decides to do. And just the fact that they're having to decide this should be a flag right then and there. I mean, people, I think, that are capable of critical thought or even just take the time to think about it would say that that is an admission. I mean, it bothers me how many people think that UFOs are fake. And I understand, whatever. And how does it really affect your day-to-day business? It really doesn't. For me, it does. Because, well, I guess it doesn't affect my day-to-day. It's not going to change the way I live. It would add validation. I would be able to say I told you so to more than a handful of people. But other than that, well, okay, it would cause me to dream more. Hey, how do I get off this rock and explore others? You know, is that possible without putting me in a cage or on a lab table? I don't want to be flayed open and studied. But if I have the chance to go out into outer space and... Anyway, I get derailed. That's exactly one of the things I love about Elite Dangerous, is I actually fly by these huge heavenly bodies into spaceports, and I'm still... I know it's a video game, but it's still... I dream. But anyway, I'm rambling. I have to go to work, so I'm going to cut it short. I'm going to cut it right here. What do you guys think about these videos that have been released? I mean, is it a step in the right direction? I'm not so sure about that, now that I think about it. I do think they should disclose in increments, baby steps. Because let's face it, the public at large, room full of toddlers that didn't have their nap. Anyway, think about it. Research it yourself. Maybe fill in some gaps that I don't have or that I have. Fill me with knowledge. Let's have a conversation about this. And the India, I mean, come on. If one of the world's governments confesses to their citizens, at this day and age, at the speed of the internet, that's going to be worldwide. Oh, this is an exciting time to be alive. But anyway, I have to cut it short because I do have to go to work. See? But anyway, my name is Paul. And as always, it's kind of overcast, so it's not going to be that effective. But keep your eyes on the skies, but your feet on the ground.